Hey guys, I'm Izanamii, and in this video I'm going to show you 5 types of Destiny 2 Crucible sweats that you might find in the wild. But first, here's how to spot one. May I present to you the Sweat Starter Pack. So the most obvious giveaway is they have an emblem that costs money. The more expensive it is, the scarier they could be. They have a one-word name, a one-word clan, and their clan acronym is one letter. Obviously this isn't 100% foolproof, but if you see somebody that has these traits in your game, you're probably going to get put in the grave. Moving on, here's the first type of Destiny 2 PvP sweat, the Trials Lover. These guys treat Trials like it's their full-time job, routinely putting in their 40 hours a week. The Trials Lover makes sure they always run the meta picks, and only play stacked to boost their stats. Whether they're farming flawless cards, KD, or ELO, everything they do is for their almighty Lord and Savior Trials report. Trials lovers can typically be found egoing each other on Twitter over KD or green dots on Trials report, or at the local Walmart buying a Cronus so they can hit more shots. If you or a loved one is addicted to farming stats on a third-party website, seek help. It isn't too late, there is always hope. The second type of sweat, which is concerningly common in the PvP community, is the depressed e-boy. The depressed e-boy can be identified in-game by their all-black fashion, most likely a Stompy Hunter, and an edgy emblem like Heretic, First Mark of the Collector, or Emblem of the Fleet. Outside of the game, the depressed e-boy can be found with a black and white anime profile picture and a black heart emoji next to their username on any social media platform. These players can be extremely passionate about listening to Juice WRLD and can be seen listening to his songs on repeat. They may even pay for unreleased tracks just to see them released to the public 2 weeks later. I see these guys here and there. Hopefully I nailed the description. Comment down below if you see anybody like this. Before we move on to the next type of player, if you like what you're watching, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We've got some juicy content planned for 1,000 subs. On to the next one. The third type of PvP sweat is the Kill Tracker Grinder. These players are a rarer breed, but when you see them in game, you can't help but admire their dedication to one gun. The Kill Tracker Grinders have dedicated their entire Destiny 2 career to one single weapon that they fell in love with, and might have even used their one-time Bungie name change to name themselves after it. Huge shout out to Sparky and 2D Live for having the highest kill trackers I've ever seen. Big respect for the dedication. Personally, I'm the type of guy to get bored of my loadout and switch weapons every other game, even if things are working well. My highest Crucible kill tracker is a measly 3200 on Thorn. Moving on, the fourth type of sweat is the Scrim Regular. You'll almost never see these players out in the wild because they're in a private match somewhere. These players love the fair fight that Scrim rule sets have to offer and strive off the non-stop action that Team Deathmatch in 3 or 4 promotes. These hand cannon shotgun lovers can also be found in the Sweat Cord or grinding Faced Elo. If you're lucky enough to find one of these players outside of a private match, be careful, as their extremely refined skills transfer outside of scrims as well. I have an immense amount of respect for these players, as I've joined some of their games and was quickly humbled by the movement and aim required to win fights in the scrim environment. Once I get some more reps in scrims, I might make a video, so stay tuned. Lastly, the fifth type of PvP sweat is the Clip Connoisseur. You can spot this type of player using extremely unorthodox loadouts, or going for shots that they'll probably never hit. These players play for clips, making loadouts that require completely impractical setup just to get one interesting play. The clip connoisseurs can typically be found in 6v6 game modes, hoping for their next big play. And that's all 5. Leave a comment down below if you think of any other types, and I might make a part 2. Thanks for watching.